Welcome to When Poking the Bear Goes Incredibly Well, Anthony Edwards edition. This is when poking the bear goes incredibly well. We've seen players that have poked the bear in the past and it's gone horribly wrong, but this video showcases why poking the bear can go incredibly well, and here's the video. In this one, we have 10 NBA players and legends going through Anthony Edwards, and they say that he could be the face of the NBA. So if you're on the Anthony Edwards hype as well, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification button so you are up to date when all the new videos drop. As always, full credit to all the video footage and clips that are on the screen right now and linked down below in the description, so be sure to check them out in their entireties. This video would not be made possible without them. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so this is when poking the bear goes incredibly well, Anthony Edwards edition.
So impressed with Ant. My favorite player to watch. Just grown so much since he came into the league at 22. Just his love for the game just shines bright, and that's something that's one of the reasons why I like him the most, because he just loves basketball. He's grateful to be in this position. He's taking advantage of every opportunity he's gotten. Love everything about Ant. Everything.
I just love his approach. I love his tenacity. He's challenging the peers at his age now, and he's going at the veterans that's been 10 plus years in the game. So I love that. I wish we could have heard that banter between those two. I love that moment of KD laughing it off.
He had him on the left wing, sized him up, hit the Tracy in his face off the dribble, which gave him a sizable lead. I think it put them up 18 at that point, 15 or 18 at that point. And Ant was talking.
Got to chatting a little bit after one of those threes with you. You've been in that before, where back and forth. How much of that is just playoff basketball?
Yeah, just basketball. Not even play, just hoop. You get hot, you make shots, make tough shots. You're gonna feel excited about yourself. He got it going. He made some tough ones. You just gotta live with it. You gotta live with it and be better next game.
Ant had everything to say that he'd been having to say. And that was a moment. That was a very interesting moment because
AE actually said KD was his GOAT.
My GOAT?
Your GOAT.
Man, it's gonna sound crazy, but Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's your GOAT. Tell me more.
I mean, I've always just been a fan watching him play. He's the first 7-footer I've seen like putting the ball on the floor and scoring off the dribble, so I've always been a big fan.
Who's the best player in the NBA?
Me.
when you are good enough to say, I'm better than you, and y'all old, and all of the things that Anthony Edwards says, and then he goes out and prove them.
And so I'm sure for him, that was a special moment to be able to match up with him. I thought it was great for the league. It was great for basketball. It was kind of a passing of the torch from the young to the old.
He want to be that next guy. He telling you he that next guy, and he going to play like he that next guy.
Whoa! Take y'all home. Take y'all home. Home. Tell them take them home, Mario. Yeah.
Not many players in today's game. Everybody want to be buddy. When I saw him on ESPN last night, he said, I'm just going to kill everything in front of me, man.
I just want to kill everything in front of me, man. That's the main thing. Pretty much. That's all it is to it.
That's it.
It reminded me so much of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. They would kill you to win a game.
Look, I've heard the comparisons.
His mannerisms, his body, the way he jumps, there is that feeling of MJ in terms of aesthetically the way he looks.
He like a young 84 Jordan, boy. You hear me?
You going too far.
Listen, Lord, you not watching. That's how I know he not watching the game.
Wow.
That's how I know you not watching the games. Boy, you watching how
84.
I said 84. No, I'm watching how he coming through the lane. If Cat wasn't on this team, he'd average 30-something. You hear what I'm saying to you? Go back and look at it. Look at this young boy. This boy coming through he turned the corner. If you ain't there, he throwing you in. Boy, you ain't watching the game.
So, Stephen A. Smith.
Watching Anthony Edwards gave me flashbacks of MJ. That's what I saw from Anthony Edwards in the third quarter against Kevin Durant. That's what it felt like, y'all. I even picked up the phone. Me and my man Mike Wilbon picked up the phone and called Michael Jordan himself. Yo, dog, we watching this kid. Brother, he remind us a little bit of you. Michael Jordan's response, well, he is special.
I'm a fan of his. I love watching him play.
He's special.
Kevin Garnett.
He like a young 84 Jordan, boy. You hear me?
Kendrick Perkins. They have all compared you to the next coming of Michael Jordan.
I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing the 89 version of Michael Jordan.
And against Grayson Allen, beats him, pulls up, 14-footer on glass, lands it in. 2 more for Anthony Edwards. He's got 6.
What do you say to that?
I mean, how would I look denying it?
Just because he's the greatest to ever play basketball. And I'm so far from it. I'm like not even close. So I just wish it stopped. Like, stop comparing me to Michael Jordan. He's Michael Jordan. I'm my own basketball player.
I don't want to be compared to somebody of such caliber. I mean, I haven't did anything on his level yet, but I love it. I love that they got faith in me for sure. I mean, they not wrong.
Edwards gets it.
Jamal always gets upset on set because he doesn't want anyone to compare anybody to MJ.
Forget MJ. You need to be Ann Edwards.
Michael Jordan is one of one. Having said all that, I do see some correlation between Anthony Edwards and Michael Jordan. The movement, some of the shots, the fadeaways, how he approaches the defensive side of things. But they're two different players. Again, at 22, Michael wasn't polished at 22 either. MJ looked like he was floating on air when we watched him play. Anthony Edwards is getting there. I love the way he attacks the basket. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and say he's the next Jordan, because we tried to do that with Kobe, and Kobe was probably the closest thing. He is more like Dwayne Wade, but with a jump shot, because he's not as tall as Mike. Mike was about 6'5", 6'6". Anthony Edwards is about 6'4".
I'm 6'4". He's about what, 6'7", 6'8"?
No, he's not that tall. He's only like 6'3.5". I thought he was.
I think he like 6'5".
No,
Dre swears he's short.
He's 6'4". He's 6'4", and that's what makes it crazier. The kid came at me full speed one time, and he did an in and out.
When I saw this kid hit me with an in and out, he turned the corner so fast, I said, "Oh my God!" It took like a half second.
And there was absolutely nothing I could do. I'm like, it's time for me to wrap it up. This kid, he's different. I mean, he's like you when he can change those directions and he can split pick and rolls, and then he's explosive coming out of it. It's insane. And
I think he has more talent than Dwayne Wade.
Oh my God, that kid's got it.
This kid is very, very talented.
He's a star.
To be honest, at first I thought I was working hard, but I wasn't until the pre-draft. I met Steve Kerr and I had to work out with the Warriors, and he told me I wasn't going hard enough. So I appreciate him for that.
I knew the story about his workout with the Warriors.
Yeah,
I knew that story.
It was that bad?
And yeah, and I appreciated him even more telling it.
That story.
Yeah, so I was working out for the Warriors pre-draft, and Steve Kerr is there, Bob Myers, and I forgot the other guy's name.
It was during the pandemic, so it was only Bob Myers and Joe Lacob and me.
And it's the coach, the front office guys. And we working out.
He was kind of warming up and shooting, and the warm-up kept going and going. I thought it was a warm-up, and after about 15 minutes, I realized that was the workout.
I thought I was like working hard, and like when he came, I was going through the drills, and he kept stopping them like, "That's all you got, that's all you got." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm going hard as you want me to go. Like, what you want me to do?"
You know, the kid was kind of like coasting. He was tired. He was like, he wasn't even doing enough to get tired.
That's crazy.
And I'm doing this drill that they say that Steph be doing. Boom, I'm running, touching the line, shooting, running, touching the line, shooting. You got to make like 5 in a row. And I couldn't do it. I'm too tired. I'm like, man, this is too much. But I'm not saying this, I'm just jogging. I'm sweating crazy. He like, man, you got to see Steph and KD and Clay work out. And after the workout, Steve comes to me like, "You can't go any faster?"
I just went down and I said, Can you go a little harder?
I'm like, I thought I was going pretty fast.
Right.
He was like, "Nah, do it again."
And he kind of looked at me like, yeah, okay. And they started going harder, and
I'm going fast. He stopped saying like, "You can't go faster than that." So at this point, I'm like, all right, this is very bad. So now I'm trying to sprint, and now I'm looking all crazy, missing left, missing right.
We ended up going back there a couple weeks later to work him out again, and we went out to dinner. And
so we go to dinner, and he's telling me like, "Hey man, if we're gonna draft you at number 2, you gotta be a hard worker. Like, you ain't working hard enough." And we went to dinner that night, and they still was continuously telling me like, you didn't work hard enough. Like, if we had the number 1 pick, we wouldn't take you. And I was just like, damn, that's crazy.
Steve told me, we pulled this kid to the side and said, if you want to be successful in this league, like, you got to take this thing serious. Like, don't go out here embarrassing the league like this. And that's why I love Steve. Like,
And I remember saying something to Anthony at dinner about Steph and Kevin Durant and Clay. I said, you're going to see when you get to that next level, like it takes game-like reps.
So me and my trainer ran home after dinner, and I called my trainer afterwards and was like, "Hey, bro, we gotta change. We gotta change.
Change our workout."
Yeah. We just talking like, bro, we gotta pick it up. I don't know how. I don't know what we gotta do. Like, but we gotta pick it up. And I think ever since then is when I feel like I took that next step.
And he told me, he said, "Hey, thanks for saying that."
After that, man, it's just I became a madman in the gym, and like I try to work till I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Right now, Anthony Edwards is the best two guard in the league. For sure. For sure.
No bigger of a player that has an influence on his team, other than Joker probably. But Joker has a cast of other stars that are on that team. But as far as emerging,
yeah, it's got to be him.
I know
best two guard.
Yeah, like Minnesota, that's taking on the personality of Anthony Edwards. They're tough on both sides of the ball. They're consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You respect it, the effort. And it's addicting. The other guys, McDaniels, fucking Conley, I mean, Slow-Mo, all those guys, Nas Reed, they look energized. And that's what you want from a young superstar, man. When I was talking about the young 84 Jordan. He like a young 84 Jordan, boy. You hear me? I was talking about more of the effect of how he was affecting the league. Yeah, man, it does not surprise me. And I think that he's going to get even better as he learns, as his IQ gets better, and he understands flow of the game, and his knowledge of the game grows. But yeah, I think he's the future. And he's the future of the league. Like personality-wise, he has the 360 that you want in your superstar.
There's always this generational divide between eras. And the older eras never think the younger eras are tough enough. And the younger eras never think that the older eras are talented enough.
But if that era was today, do you feel like MJ could guard you?
Hell no. No. I'm gonna do my thing. Yeah, he gonna know who I am when the game over with.
Would he get off too, or would it be a lockup on?
I mean, he gonna do his thing, but it's gonna be a tough night, for sure.
It'll be a long night for him.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, a lot of people gonna say differently. They gonna say I'm talking crazy, but it's just my confidence. I don't think it's gonna be easy, and I think I'm gonna do my thing, Russell.
You're the hardest judge of toughness, but I feel like Anthony Edwards checks those boxes. And I'm curious, is it the way he's doing it? Is it how he's talking? What is it about Anthony Edwards that every generation loves him?
The way he plays the right way. He plays hard and he plays with that tenacity. Don't focus on being the next Mike, be who you are. And that's why I like him, because I like him because he knows. Like a lot of guys don't know how good they are, and they're very timid, but he knows, hey, I'm good, I'm him. Like, that's what the kids say these days, I'm him, he's him.
Anthony Edwards is letting everybody on notice, yeah, I'm not going to wait for y'all to give me anything. I'm going to take it all, and I love it.
It's amazing. Like, the stuff that he does on the floor is ridiculous. Like, that first game against Germany, where he just took over the whole second half, that was like the greatest performance I've ever seen in person. I was like almost in awe. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I was like, bro, you look like, it's like the Bean right now. Like the one he shot the baseline fade and double pumped over Schroeder. I was like, no, that's like, in the moment, I was like, no way you even thought about doing that. Like, that's ridiculous. Probably the best player in his position, the future of the league for sure. So just to be there with him and see him every day was very special. And it's no surprise that he's doing what he's doing, and it ain't gonna stop.
If you were to think when your time is done, when you hang up the sneakers, what would you like to be remembered for?
As the greatest shooting guard to play basketball.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. And here are 2 new videos I think that you will also enjoy.